Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to a Gigguk video. This is his most recent one about 100 girlfriends, which I have been watching behind the scenes, and man, every now and then there comes a show that is just so over the top, so unbelievably degenerate, it's just they break all rules, they break down all barriers, and it's just no holds barred. Let's do all the things. And this is just one of those shows. And some people might shy away from it. There's a lot of people who will never tell a soul that they watch shows like this, but I live for shows like this. This show has been an experience, to say the least. So let's see what Gigguk has to say, because he's a gentleman also, a man of culture. So I don't know. Let's see if he can appreciate this.
Now, before you judge, this is exactly what it looks like. The harem genre is one of the most respected genres you can possibly find.
Strong start.
Said absolutely no one. This is a genre people often put at the bottom of the barrel of entertainment, along with stuff like the isekai genre, which, hold up, okay, there we go. Okay, I absolutely agree with. But recently, it feels like the genre is going through a bit of an evolution. No longer can you get away with some boring vanilla premise anymore. There needs to be some unique gimmick, like what if all the love interests were quintuplets? Or what if the winner was actually the loser? Or what if we have a show like Girlfriend, Girlfriend, where a series said, instead of leading up to one single final winner, what if we just indulge in the harem? Cause boys, why settle for one girl when you can have multiple?
All right, Girlfriend, Girlfriend is another one, by the way, and oh my god, that is terrifying. Holy crap. That's horrifying. But yeah, Girlfriend, Girlfriend, that's another one of those shows where it's not nearly as crazy as this one, but they push the envelope for sure.
But what if we could have more? What if 2, 3, or even 4 girlfriends wasn't enough? Well, right now we have a show so insane, so unhinged, we are now limit testing polygamy. A series about one man who found the infinite Riz glitch, became the apex of all boyfriends, and in the process may have pushed this genre to new heights. So if you looked at a series like...
My man said he found the infinite Riz glitch. Man, it's one of those shows you really have to know what you're getting into. Like, and you have to accept it right away. Like, there is no, okay, let's see where this goes. Like, it's one of those, as soon as you walk through the door, you look around and you're just like, yep, I want to be here. And that's it. If you don't decide at that moment that this is a place you want to be, this is something you were about to experience and be okay with it, then you need to turn the fuck around and go home. This is not for you.
To 100 girlfriends. Rentaro has an incurable disease. Since birth, he's been infected with an illness known as negative Riz. I'm sure many of us know of at least one poor soul who's been infected with such an illness, right? Graduating from school, he decides to try his luck one last time by confessing to the girl he likes and asking her out, and she says no. This marks a new record for him, as he's now been...
Yeah, she just said no, guys. I know that ancient meme, the worst they can say is no. Or they can say what she said.
Rejected 100 times ever since his first confession when he was just 8 months old. That's right. My boy's been trying to chat up girls before he achieved object permanence. His friends give him a parting gift, a knighthood, dubbing him Sir Bitchless, Baron of Forever Singleton. Damn man, they have no chill. So feeling like all hope is lost, he turns to the one and only thing that can possibly flip his life around and score him a girlfriend. Divine intervention. And somehow, it worked. At a shrine he's praying at, he meets God, who informs Rentaro that he made a little oopsie. He's accidentally given him 100 different soulmates who he's going to be meeting soon. Jackpot, I hear you say. Think of all the girls. Think of all the choices. Oh, by the way, any girl that Rentaro doesn't choose will die. Bummer. Who should he pick? Who should he reject, knowing the consequence?
See, that part too feels, as far as the show goes, thus far, it feels kind of arbitrary. It does add a sense of urgency where it's just like, okay, he absolutely has to get with these girls. Like, he doesn't really have a choice. But it feels like they're not going to allow that premise to really play out. At least we haven't seen that yet. I mean, there's 100 girls to go, and he's only got, what, 7 now? by the end of the first season. So I mean, we got a lot of there's a lot of girls to go, but I wonder if there's ever going to be a point where it's just like, okay, we locked eyes, we're soulmates now. All right, let's do this. And she's just like, absolutely not, under no circumstances. Nah, bruh. You know what I mean? And like, are they gonna push that? Are we ever gonna get to that point to where one of the chicks is just like, I felt the spark too, but nope. And then she dies, and he's like, well, 99's just as good. I don't know if they're ever gonna do that, but that'd be nuts.
Consequences. With a matter of life or death, the prospect of having blood on his hands, he stands up, faces the music, and makes a decision only a true protagonist can make. If the girls I don't choose dies, there is only one choice to be made. I will date all of them. This show is fucking stupid. The harem genre is never exactly.
It is. You know what? And it is. I don't want people to misunderstand. I don't want people to misunderstand that I'm saying like this show is a masterpiece, some type of, beautiful piece of fiction that makes total sense and is absolutely worth your time. This show is dumb as fuck. The situations in this show that bring the characters together are so unbelievable. It's ridiculous, and there is so much plot convenience and matter of facting, and just like it's crazy. They have to do some insane shit to make this work, so don't be expecting any realism or any shit like that. These girls are all just like, cool, this is what we're doing now. And it's basically that simple. It does have a little bit of conflict, and they do make it interesting for some of the characters, but for the most part it's just like, all right, found a new bitch, and they like, cool. And that's it.
Exactly been the benchmark of highbrow entertainment, so for those who don't normally indulge in it, you may not understand what the appeal is. Is it for the romance? No. Harem anime are sports anime in disguise. Let me say that again. Harem anime are sports anime in disguise. Find me another genre where you see weebs forming different teams based on picking a side they really want to win and completely investing themselves into cheering for that side's victory, staying dedicated throughout the entire run of the series while shitting on any supporters on the opposing sides. Fuck him up!
All right. At first I'm like, what? Wait, what is he saying? And then, okay. Yeah, all right. Little bit of a stretch, but you know what? I'll allow it.
This is more of a sport than actual sports anime. You have the glory supporters. Now these are the fuckers that pick one of the first girls that are introduced that are almost always guaranteed to be the winner. They know the rules, first girl wins is the bookie's favorite, and they're happy to play the odds. Then you have the fans of the local teams. These guys think they're above supporting the big brand's mainline girls, so they'll cheer for their second tier side character girls that were introduced in the mid game. They want to feel better by picking the girl that no one else is picking, and maybe, just maybe, this time the girl actually has a chance of winning. Like any sport, you follow your team through to the end, no matter how many years it takes, no matter how many hundreds of chapters, until eventually a single girl gets picked. If it's your girl, you celebrate in euphoria. You had the best taste. Your girl got the ending she deserved, and like any true sports fan, watching your girl win is as sweet as laughing at anyone now on suicide watch for backing the losing horse. But
the fact that he keeps showing Oremo is, you know what? All right, here we go. I'm incriminating myself right now. I thoroughly enjoyed Oremo. I liked the show. I thought it was a pretty good watch, and I was heavily invested. I 100% was not on board with who he picked and why. And I genuinely basically dubbed this dude the dumbest fucking moron to ever exist for even considering overlooking Kuroneko. Like, I'm just like, bro, you got the perfect, she is the perfect girl. Like, how could you pick literally anybody else? There were other prospects in this show that may or may not would have been good picks, but I was on Team Kuroneko the whole thing, and I'm just like, bro, you had her. She was in your clutches, bro. What are you doing? One of the biggest anime L's I have ever seen But the show was good. I enjoyed the show. I thought it was good.
But if your girl lost, there's only one thing you can do. Come together with your fellow degenerates and cry about it. Together, you'll tell yourselves, it's alright. She deserved better than that bland protagonist anyway, right? And that moment will become a scar you carry that will be forever etched in the hearts of fans like any sporting event. Falcons blew a 28-3 lead. PSG blew a 6-1 lead. Rui blew Natsuo, then gave him to a vegetable. This is the foundation of a harem series, so
It sounds like a joke, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound like a joke? That Rui blew Natsuo and gave him to a vegetable? Because that's an actual plot line. That's something that actually happened. Don't ask any questions. Just go watch Domestic Girlfriend. We're not going to talk about this anymore.
how can a series in the genre work where every girl is the winner, every girl gets...
Wrong. Don't go watch Domestic Girlfriend. Go read the manga. The show just ended abruptly. They got nowhere as far as the story is concerned. Go read the manga. The show just, there's like 12 episodes and it stops. Not even in the middle of the story. The show is like 25%, if that. Sorry.
gets picked. There is no losing team because everyone immediately wins. Well, you make fun of all that shit. Let's be real, when you're watching a series about some plain, boring-ass guy with average looks suddenly having a bunch of hot girls all fawning and fighting over him, you aren't exactly coming into this for some realism you can relate to in your own life, right?
Oh god, he's flatlining.
No, I'm not.
With Harem Anime, your suspension of disbelief has been pushed beyond the stratosphere already, so to parody it, 100 Girlfriend goes, let's just completely obliterate that. Everything has been exaggerated to the point of insanity. Plot, design, characters. We don't have 5 girls or 10 girls, we have 100 girls. Karane isn't just a tsundere, she's a turbo tsundere.
Oh, yeah. She's my least favorite, by the way. You guys, well, maybe you don't. You're gonna learn how I feel about tsunderes the more you watch my channel. But not a fan. There's only one tsundere for me. There's only one that exists that I feel is even remotely acceptable. Some others are tolerable, but that doesn't fall into the scope of acceptable for me. And her name is Taiga. That's it. That's the only tsundere I will accept. All others can go away.
Shizuka isn't just shy, she's turbo shy. Hakari isn't just horny, she... mains Lisa on Genshin Impact. The series...
Yo, Hikari is she's probably the best girl out of the show so far. Her and probably AI are the two ones that I would pick. If I was going for anybody, throw the tsundere in the garbage where she belongs. Put the lowly back in the library where she belongs. Take the other halfling lowly slash busty chemist, because she's just weird, and put her back where she belongs. We'll take AI and Hakari, is that her name? Hakari? Yeah.
takes all the most ridiculous tropes and cliches we see in the genre, dials the knob up to 100, fucks around and finds out. And you know what? It actually works. There's a scene early on where the characters have got into a bit of a conundrum. Rentaro has successfully convinced the first 2 girlfriends to date him. Simultaneously. Mission accomplished. But there's a problem. This is a romance anime. And what's the most important endgame achievement for any romance anime? That's right. Sharing the first kiss. But how can you share a first kiss when you have 2 girls you love equally to receive that kiss? Sounds like we got ourselves a little bit of a pickle here, lads. So the girls have a full 1v1 Fox-only Final Destination girlfriend off, trying to out-girlfriend each other so only the superior girlfriend will be the lucky recipient of that first kiss. But no, there is no unfairness, no infighting allowed in the Rentaro family, so the Gigguk himself has the perfect solution. Coin toss? Rock, paper, scissors? Nah. He devises a system where they split up and stand up at...
Bro, the level of stupidity that this reached blew my mind. Like, it really is. Every time I thought, like, okay, it can't get any dumber than this, right? Like, how dumb are they gonna get with this? And I literally, like, they broke my meter. Like, I had a meter set up of how dumb this is gonna get, and it surpassed the meter and just destroyed it, and I just gave up at that point. I'm just like, all right, we're into the stratosphere for stupidity now, so we might as well just sit back and just enjoy it. Stop asking questions, because there is no level that this idiocy will not reach.
Randomized points based on a dice roll. They are all blindfolded, having music blaring in their ears at full blast. He rolls a dice, waits a random number of seconds based on that dice roll so neither girl knows if he's waited a long or short time, then rolls again. He goes left if it's odd, right if it's even, kisses the girl, then moves on to kiss the other girl. Once he's finished, he returns to the starting position and Bob's your uncle. The first kiss with each girl has been accomplished and neither party knows who the first kiss was with. This is the first kiss equalizer. This is one of the sanest things you ever see in the show. Does this mean it's a show that's above showing fan service because it's meant to be parodying harem? No. It knows how to openly poke fun.
Yeah, that scene was I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Of the genre without being overly reliant on cheap shots, because the biggest compliment I can give it is that beyond being just a parody, the cast have genuine chemistry with each other. Always Sunny, Parks and Recreation, Peep Show. A lot of my favorite sitcoms have a core cast that already works so well with each other, so the secret is just putting them in different situations to see how they'd act. And 100 Girlfriends is like putting an all-you-can-eat buffet of every insane character trope you see in anime in the most unhinged situations you can think of, and seeing what kind of insanity would ensue. The girls play off each other as much as they do Rentaro. They fight with each other, banter with each other, sincerely care for one another. Every other girl, and partway through the series, the harem starts acting more like some dysfunctional family than anything else. When I started,
That's the cool part about this show, is the fact that they basically function like a family, all things considered. Like, every girl that gets added to the group is openly accepted into the group, and they all treat each other with the same level of like respect and dignity that, you know, people would want to receive in this situation. Nobody acts like they're top dog or really the leader. Sometimes they fight a little bit, you know, over his attention, but that's to be expected. But everybody seems to feel like they're all entitled to be there. You know what I mean? Which is it's interesting. And it makes the situation works. And it also kind of prevents a lot of stupid anime tropey crap. I mean, there's tons of stupid anime tropey crap, but it's the good stupid anime tropey crap. Not the really annoying, stop fucking wasting my time, why are you creating false conflicts just to create false conflicts type of thing. You know what I mean? It's entertaining, it's interesting, and it keeps you engaged.
after this series, I thought it was going to be some lol XD silly meme show with a funny gimmick that I would get bored of after a few episodes. But after I caught up to the anime and realized that wasn't enough, I started blasting through the manga, and it was around Girlfriend 12 that it slowly started to dawn on me that holy shit, this isn't just a gimmick. These mad lads are actually committing to the idea. You'd think with such a batshit crazy concept, it'd be easy to just rush through it, introduce a bunch of girls and relegate most of them to background NPCs to let a select few shine. But as you continue reading, you see the author going the extra mile for every single one of them. Every girl gets a time to shine. Not a single one of them is some half-baked stereotype. Even if they start off with some trope you've seen before, the series takes its time to get you to care about each and every one of them as a person. This is one of those shows that tells you not to take it too seriously, then triples the fuck down on these serious moments you weren't expecting to make it hit even harder.
That's what that's what I'm saying. This is what makes this show so good to me. This is what draws me in, because I am a sucker for shows that have really good character development. It's easy for shows like this to really get me invested because they take time and really give these girls a chance to come into the show and make their mark. Like, I remember every single girl. Like, there is nothing that is forgettable about any one of them. They all stand out in their own unique way, and they've all had their own individual kind of arcs that cemented them into this group. There's not a girl in this group that I've hand waved or don't care about, you know? And if they keep that up for 100 characters, that's nuts. Some shows can't make their main two protagonists. Some shows have two protagonists, and these two people are in the show from beginning to end, and they can't do any character development or make them interesting or make them have any type of connection or make you have anything to care about throughout the whole show. It's baffling to me.
And for any other harem manga, this would simply collapse under the weight of its own ambition, but 100 Girlfriends has the glue that binds everything together. Michael Jordan, Lionel Messi, Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods. What do they have in common with Aijo Rentaro? That's right, they're the GOATs of their respective positions. I mean with multiple women. My man saw Japan's population crisis and said, fine, I'll do it myself. Here is someone in line to father more children than Genghis Khan. And you know, Genghis Khan himself once said, and I quote, "The greatest joy for a man is to defeat his enemies, to drive them before him, to take all they possess, to see those they love in tears, to ride their horses and hold their wives and daughters in his arms." So clearly, Genghis played League of Legends. But Rentaro isn't a toxic gamer like that. He captures the hearts of women by being the best damn boyfriend it's actually possible to be. If there was a complete antithesis to Kazuya, Rentaro would be it. He doesn't just show love to his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, for sure. Dude, Kazuya is probably the best male protagonist I've seen in any of these shows. This dude, he is one of the only dudes I've seen in a show like this, outside of the main character from Girlfriend, who I'm like, this dude deserves every one of these girls. Like he busts his ass for these girls. He will sacrifice anything, no matter time, money, attention, affection, like his own safety, his health, like it don't matter. He will do whatever it takes with no exceptions to make these girls happy. And so you can almost kind of feel it, like you can almost believe it. But like once again, like I said, how everything in this show is turned up to 100, his affection towards them, the way he sacrifices himself for them, and the extent that he will go to for them is another thing that's just like comically up there, to the point to where it's hilarious at times, because it basically has to be over the top, because no normal human has that type of energy to deal with this many women at one time. It's just not a thing. So they basically had to turn this dude to 1,000. And he, like I said, man, there's no part of me that feels like he don't deserve to be in this position.
Girlfriends. He downright worships his girlfriends, every single one of them, equally. And you know what? He fucking deserves it. Here is a man who has only known rejection in his life. The Gigguk Chad confessed 100 times, failed 100 times, and didn't let that phase him. Where every other harem protagonist takes 200 chapters to come to terms with their feelings, Rentaro only knows the pain of unrequited love and will go to any lengths to make sure his loved ones don't feel that same thing. One of his potential girlfriends suffered from crippling shyness. She was a background character, and just by getting a bit of attention, she would disappear. All she could muster up was the strength to confess behind a wall, and that was okay. That was all she needed to be satisfied before she would fade away again. And she did. She would never be seen again, it was said, as the chapter comes to an end. Only for Rentaro to rip the manga pages to shred, force the chapter to keep going, goes literally superhuman looking for her, and didn't stop until he could say,
I love you, baby.
Bro, see that type of meta stuff. And also too, the meta jokes in this show, the way that they break the fourth wall and just like talk about the show as if they know they're in a show, is also quite hilarious too. But stuff like that, like they end the manga and then he freaking snatches the page and is like, nah, it's not over. Where the fuck is she? Like that type of stuff. I love it. That is the reason I watch anime, for moments like that. It's very rare, but man, when it happens, it is chef's kiss.
Bitch.
This is a man who would shatter the fourth wall, literally bend the laws of reality to make every single one of his girlfriends happy. He is the apex boyfriend every boyfriend aspires to be, and under his watch there is no best girl war. Every girl is equally loved. All girls are best girl. There is no contest. If the readers want to vote on their favorite, he will literally rig the vote so every single one of the girls get the same amount. In the Harem series, containing the Harem of Harems, theoretically the most ferocious battlefield you'd be able to find in anime, he's achieved the waifu world peace. Now, if that's not real power, I don't know what is. 100 Girlfriends is truly an enigma, a series with an insane premise that actually fully commits to it and delivers where most of the series in a genre it's parodying fails. Currently, we're about 150 chapters in, and about 26 girlfriends have been introduced at the time of recording.
Wow, do I gotta start reading the manga now? Dude, I might have to start reading the manga now. They're up to 26 now? I don't know, man. See, that's the thing, though. I don't want to start reading it and then I catch up to the manga and then I gotta wait even longer. So I might just wait. I might wait.
Yes, we are only just over a quarter of the way through, and the author has said they are fully dedicated to getting that full 100. So no matter how many more hundreds of chapters or years I have to wait, you bet your ass I will be sticking with this, whatever the end game of this harem looks like.
Same.
Glasses. How much are these?
$9.99. think I can get some bitches with these?
You think I can get some bitches with these? Oh my god, I love Gigguk, man. I love his videos, man.
You are ready for this
You know what? I might I might be in that same boat, to be perfectly honest, because I am kind of addicted myself to all these girlfriend shows, man. They got me by the balls, bro.
Christmas holiday. This is going to be the last video this year before my best of anime of 2023 coming out in January next year. I'm going to be enjoying my Christmas holiday as well, so hope you do as well. Anyway though, that's been it from me. I've been Gigguk, and I'll see you all next time.
Yeah, dude. Fucking love his videos, dude. This show, like I said, man, it's not for everyone. I'm not going to recommend it. I'm not going to be like, hey, go watch this show. You have to absolutely see it. I'm not going to do it. But if you are a man or woman of culture, you might want to check it out. It might be in your interest. It might be worth it for you. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'm almost at 500 subs. If you would like to, hit that sub button and help me get there. Otherwise, fuck off. Go watch something else entertaining or whatever.